In studio right now is Dennis Hesse. And Dennis, tell me, is this a national program?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's,
and you're from Rome?
Yes.
And you handle the program here locally?
Yes.
Okay. This is something I've been talking to my wife about, and because I have kids that are driving, new drivers, and it's tough because it's crazy people out there. And the stories my daughter and son both have in the last 6 months about near accident happening because somebody else did something crazy or aggressive. It's a problem out there.
It is. The world's got all kinds of people, and some people are more equipped to handle it than others. And, you can be the best driver in the world, but if some idiot pulls out in front of you, or a deer jumps out in front of you,
right,
you know,
you got to know what to do.
Yes.
So your program is called Street Survival. Explain what it is and what you do.
Well, basically what we do is our objective is to teach young, inexperienced drivers the skills to be able to handle situations that arise as they're going to be driving for the next 40, 50 years, whatever it happens to be. I liken it to like a military, being a retired military guy myself. We give a soldier a gun and teach him to march, and then throw him out to war and expect him to survive. Well, what do we do with our driver's education? Basically, we give them a car. We give them, teach them how to parallel park in a three-point turn, and give them 10 minutes around town. And we bless them and send them out to the wolves and see if they can survive. You know, so what our objective is to teach the inexperienced drivers the skills they need, such as car control and accident avoidance. So what we do is
this car only? Does it include motorcycle?
No, it's just car only is what we do.
Because they should do the same thing for motorcycles.
Well, they do have some motorcycle programs out there. MVCC, they have some. They take over the parking lots over there, and they do a similar type program.
But this is a car program. This is for car, truck, or SUV. This is what this is about.
Yes, we want them to bring the vehicle that they're going to be driving primarily. We don't supply vehicles to them. We want them to know what the constraints are in the vehicle that they're going to be driving. One of my students last April had an old Chevy Lumina hand-me-down, and they did their first braking exercises, and they locked up all four wheels and went right through the cones. And the coach says, well, I guess our anti-lock brake system's not working. Well, it turns out the car didn't have anti-lock brake. They had to do the old school method where they had to modulate the brake. It's better to learn in a controlled environment than the first time it snows or rains.
I'm not a big fan of the anti-lock braking system. I don't like it. I learned on a car that didn't have that, and I still believe I would do better. Now, every car expert will tell you you won't do better. What are your thoughts?
It depends. Usually in a panic situation, you just jam on the brakes and you end up locking all four wheels up.
Right.
Having lived up in Alaska, where they don't salt the roads because it doesn't do any good.
Wintertime especially.
I know for anti-lock brakes, as I go sliding through the intersection, that if you lock, you can lock all four wheels up on ice with anti-lock brakes as you slide through the intersection. So you still are times when you want to try to modulate because you got to keep at least one wheel turning.
You know, I think of the accidents that friends or people that I know that have been in over the years, and sometimes it's as simple as when you start to slide, which way do you turn the tires? That's the big. That's really the
and
big
that's
part
where the
of
anti-lock really pays in is when you're braking and turning, when you're trying to avoid something. You know, usually if you're doing one thing, the tires do fairly well. If you're just braking or just turning, but when you do both, that's when people get in trouble.
Okay. So when do you do the program? How old does somebody have to be, and how much are we talking?
So what the program is primarily designed for 16 to 21-year-olds. And, you know, I'm, let's see, 28 April is the next one, so this Sunday coming up. We do it twice a year.
All right.
So we do it at the end of April for the local, and then we also do it the first weekend in October, so October 6th. We do it at Griffiths Business Technology Park. We take over the DFAS and Rome Labs parking lots, so we've got lots of asphalt out there to use. We'll set up a skid pad, emergency lane change, emergency braking and turning exercises.
Okay.
Are all type of exercises that we do. There is some classroom involved, but
How long are you there?
they're just for the day.
Okay.
So we start at 8:00 in the morning and run until 4:30. We do include lunch. The program cost is $95. It's a nonprofit organization, so we're not making any money off of this.
Well,
this
they get
program.
lunch on top of it. That's
We
pretty darn
encourage the
good.
parents to come and kind of watch what's going on, and they're welcome to come into the classroom also. So the kids are not excited. Usually it's a Sunday morning when we do this because that's when I can get the parking lots are completely empty. Usually I ask them first thing, who wants to be here at 8:00 in the morning on a Sunday, and even the parents raise their hands. But by the end of the day, you can just see how the kids progress from the morning where they don't want to be here till at the end of the day, it's, wait, this is the coolest thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
So,
well, and let's be honest, $95 is not a lot compared to the cost of a tragedy.
Well,
or
they do
anything
get a
like that.
certificate at the end that they can turn into the insurance. I can't guarantee that every insurance company will honor it, but I had a friend of mine that his daughter went through the program in October, and he's getting $286 off his insurance.
All right, well, that's good.
So
Yeah, I was just going to say,
you do.
A lot of places will give you a break.
How do they sign up, and how do we put all this together? If somebody wants to get in.
If you want to get involved, if you just go to www.streetsurvival.org. That's the .org. If you go .com, you're going to find something else. But go to the .org or just Google it. There's also a link through Tire Rack, which is a major tire supplier.
Okay, all right.
But if they go to that website, you'll see all the events throughout the entire year is the first screen that you see, and there will be some pull-downs things. But if you just go down and scroll down to the Air Force Research Lab, 28 April or 6 October, just click on it. If you happen to be further out and you just happen to be listening on the radio this morning, but they have programs in Albany. They have programs out in Watkins Glen. Genesee Valley does another one, I think, in the Xerox there in Rochester.
Right.
So the Northeast is pretty well covered.
And the dates are this Sunday, April 28th, and October
6th.
October the 6th. And it's $95, includes lunch. Starts in the morning and
runs all day.
And sounds to me, and again, it's not about, well, my kid is a safe driver. It's not about that. It's about, does your kid know what to do when A, B, C, D, whatever happens?
Are they equipped with the skills that they need to avoid an accident?
Fair enough. Okay, good stuff. Again, it's streetsurvival.org.
That's correct.
All right, thank you. Let's do it again before the October event. So,
Okay.
Okay.